Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be showing you guys all the secrets on Quad, which is my latest jailbreak map. We'll start over here in the city. There's quite a few in each section, so we'll just start here, I guess. The first thing we can do is we can come up here into the top apartment. By default, if there's not a lot of players, people will spawn down here, but when you start getting a lot of players, then people can spawn in these top cells. Once people start spawning in these top cells, this vent is accessible. You can break it and you go two ways. You can either go to the right or the left. We'll go to the left first. You want to jump around the edge of the building here. And there's a gun right here. Also, if it's up here and you have a grenade, you can toss the grenade up here and knock it down into the ground. Next, coming back to this window, we can go out to the right and run just to the edge of this roof right here and jump. And there's a ladder right here. So we want to come up this ladder and then jump onto this next rung here. This is where we are. And the next ladder is right here. And then we can climb up this ladder and get on the roof. Now that we're on the roof, we have access to a parachute and an off. The parachute will allow you to jump off and not take damage. Finally, the final place we can get out this window, there's a lot of options. You can drop down to the ground, run down here, and get down into the sewers. There's a couple places you can go from the sewers. First of all terrorists will move twice as fast as in the water. Counter-terrorists will move at the normal speed. In this corner over here, there's a deagle. You can just grab it right here by pressing E, or you can walk over it and you'll pick it up. That goes to armory, I'll show that in a second. We can go all the way down here, and this leads us to a manhole you can come out of. There's two manholes. You can open both of them by pressing E on them. The second manhole is right here, and that's accessible by this tunnel right here. Alright, now going back to armory, we can walk over here and break this. In armory, it's not really a secret, but there's health shots over here. There's also an auto sniper up on this rack up here, so you can get that by jumping across, and I picked that up. Next, we can climb up this ladder. This will give you a good view onto anything down there. There's also a Zeus on this table that I just picked up. Alright, now back outside, there's 3 porta potties on the map, and all of them will give you armor when you get inside of them. Over on this side, we can climb up these barrels and jump across and break this vent and get into it. Be careful, this will break when you walk over it, and if you fall through, you'll get landed in lasers. And this brings us straight into armory. You can go back through the vent, and there is a ladder over here, so you can get out. Climb this ladder. This isn't a secret yet. And we're all the way over here. If you press E on this AC unit, and then run over into this corner, you'll get teleported to either the cave or the jungle, depending on which section is open that round. In this case, we got teleported to the cave, and we'll get teleported up here. Now, from up here, we can walk all the way over here. These big pipes are not solid, but the rest of these props are. This is a good sniping spot if you'd like to do that. You see that little green spray over here? We can walk all the way over here, and this will bring us into armory in the cave section. Once we're in here, you can get your guns and leave. Or you can also get Molotov here and these breach charges. Fun thing you can do, these doors are breakable. There is a second secret exit to this armory, so you can open this door this way. That's crucial. If the door isn't here, if someone breaks it, you won't be able to do the secret. You want to jump up here and break these tiles right above you. And then once you move into that, you'll get teleported to either the city, or you'll get teleported to the beach, depending on which one is open that round. This is where we got spawned into. It's right by the medic. In the cave, we can press E on this box down here, and then run over to this. Press E on these yellow bits. And jump across onto here, and then we can open this door, as long as we get here within about 25 seconds. Once we're over here, there's an exit jump in this red room here, and we can open this door, and we've got a good vantage onto everything in the cave section, pretty much. With the exit jump, you can also jump on top of here, and then we can take the portal back through here. You can press this button to open the door again. You can also jump from this platform down into here and get to this ladder right here. It's invisible. And from here, we can do the same thing we did last round, or the last secret, and walk over to this sprite and get into armory. In the cave, we can run over here and jump on this invisible ladder right here and climb up it and get this auto sniper. Alright. Now there's another way to get into armory. We can press E on this light right here and wait 5 seconds, and you can press E on this. And you can come up here, come up this ladder, and press on the open button to open the armory doors. And now if they close again, then you can just press open to open them again. And that's all the secrets in the cave. The beach has quite a few special items. First of all, there's a porta potty right here that will give us armor. We can also jump up onto this vehicle and grab the 5.7 up here. Inside of the beach cells, there's quite a few items. This cell right here has a shield that we can use to block bullets. This cell down here has an invisible maze. Here's the path. You spawn in this corner. You want to walk over until you get this way, and you just want to kind of head in towards this corner. And once you're here, it feels like you can't go anywhere else. You actually have to jump over this, and then you can get into the corner and get your breach charges. In this cell, you can break the floor. I'll just use the breach charges for this. It doesn't actually do anything, it's just fun to do. And there's also bump mines in this cell. Alright, the next secret, this is like a kind of a triple secret almost. We can jump up on here, up here, onto the satellite dish, and then onto the roof, and we can go a couple places. Over here there's a parachute that we can grab. Down inside this tree, right about there, you can see it sticking out. There's bump mines. So if we're up on the roof, we can just drop down to this and pick up the bump mines. I have the breach charges, so I couldn't pick them up. Here's the bump mines, and we can use these to go flying. Back up on the roof, we can jump onto this. It's an invisible ladder right here. And climb onto this. You want to walk onto it and then crouch jump to get on top. And then we can jump across. I'm pretty bad, but I actually made it first try. And up here we got an extra jump and a P250. There we go. Also on this roof, there's a lot of things on roofs in this. We can run over here and drop down onto these boxes to get into armory. And finally, there's a vent cell over here. We can break this. If you're fast enough, you can get up here before the CTs get out of armor, and run over here. And get onto the roof so that you can get to armory or anyone else. One last trick in cells. If the cells are open, you can actually climb on top of the door. You can climb on top of the door, and then up here, and go the same route we just took to get to armory. Now down here on the beach, over here, this wall is breakable. You'll see the things break. The wall stays in place, but it's non-solid, and you can run through it. I'll show you where this goes in one moment. A second entrance to the same vent can be found over here by B-Hop. We can jump down and just kind of rub against the wall until we find the non-solid part and go through that. Once you're inside, you'll notice there's arrows here that show you how to get in or get out. There's a second entrance over here that you can get in and out through. Now, both of these vents that I just showed you will take you up here. This is where the vent we were just coming from, which is run down here. and this will bring us up into Armory. And there's one last secret in here. If we come over here into the water and swim over to the side of the boat, there's a ladder over here. Hey, look at that. We can climb up and grab this op right here. And that's all the secrets in the beach area. And now moving on to my favorite section, the jungle section. We're gonna start in cells. So a bunch of these cells have grenades. If you have a good arm from one of these cells that has a grenade in it, you can actually launch it all the way over here and open cells like that. It actually has to reach far enough to hit this button to explode near it, and if it does, it'll open cells. This cell over here is the vent cell. It's this one in the corner. You can knife the sofa to move it open and then break it. It takes a while, but if you start it immediately, the CTs won't have time to catch you. Now there's 4 boards in here. These 3 on the right will always break when you walk over them. The one on the left is the safe one. Before you go through the portal, there's a P250 right here. Be very careful when you walk through, because it'll spawn above death jump, or you can easily die. So once you do that, you can run over here, and then you'll be free to go to Armory or somewhere else. From up here, we can get to the jungle armory pretty easily by climbing over these boxes. And then going behind here. We can get into Armory. There's all the guns you want, plus there's health shots right here on the table. From the front of Armory, we can get in really quickly by just running over to the side and breaking this vent. It takes a while to break, but that's because it's so easy to get to. There we go. Now we're in Armory. We can get back up the way we came in earlier by climbing over here. You can just look for the hole in the ceiling and climbing up the ladder that's right here. Once we're down here, we can run over this way. And we can break these to get in this area that we were just in. And as usual, this porta potty will give you armor. There's a quick and fun way to get out of cells over here. If we climb up here, we can jump up here and grab these bump lines. So you can come down here and you can be like, hey Warden, check this out, and you just jump and get out of here. One thing to note with bump lines is that if you just run over them, you won't get launched very high. The trick is to jump when you run over them, and that's how you get real height. With an exit jump, you'll go even higher. If you get over this way, you can actually just use the bump line to get on top of cells and get into Armory really quickly, like I just showed earlier. There's a secret ladder over here by the corner of Death Run. There's an invisible ladder right here. Some teleports will actually bring you behind here. It's good for hide and seek. And there's an invisible ladder on the same side of the same bit of fence. Down in Surf, we can get in here. We can jump down here and then run over the side. You don't want to have a gun, so you can pick it up easier. There's a gun attached right here to the side of the wall. So you can run down and grab that. And then you can pop back through the portal and shoot everyone. And finally, there's one last big secret. It's called the Drunk Secret. It's pretty fun. You have to get to all 4 sections. This has to be a day where the Warden opened all 4 sections using this button. There's 4 bottles, one in each section. Here's one. You want to press E on it. And then we're going to go to the next section. The one in the city is over here. It's by the entrance to the sewer. You can press E on this. And now we're going to go to the cave. And come up to Decathlon. And press C on this. That's the 3rd bottle. And the final one's in the beach. If you come over in front of main cells, the final one's here. If you have epilepsy, you should close your eyes. It's pretty intense. This uses the Advisor stun effect from Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and some shaking, and it actually increases the strength of a vignette all the way to the max, and that looks like this. It's pretty beautiful, isn't it? There's actually one final secret that you'll probably never be able to do. Come over here. You can open this door. And now you're on the secret island. Alright. Well, if you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a subscribe and comment and everything. This is the best map on Jailbreak, and if you disagree, you're actually wrong. So don't forget to tell all of your friends about the map. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.